Welcome to the presentation of one of the piano masters, a great melodic pianist, one of my favorites, Teddy Wilson. In the 30s, you had great stride pianists, powerful left hand, and rhythmic melodic figures in the right hand. They were on a high level. At the same time, you had Art Tatum, who is doing so many things, but to single out people that became a connection to bebop, Teddy Wilson played stride really well, but then with the Benny Goodman trio, which had no bass, Teddy Wilson used the left hand for the bass, but in the right hand started bringing out melodic, beautiful figures with nice rhythms, and all worked out as a final result to a high-level lyrical melodic statement. He was the first. Mid-30s, and then late 30s, Nat King Cole started, and he took over in his own way. Excellent pianist. So the first selection, When Your Lover Has Gone, written by not well-known composer, first time for me. His name was Einar Aaron Swan, 1931. And it came from a James Cagney film, Blonde Crazy. A number of people recorded this in jazz, besides Teddy Wilson, Sarah Vaughan, Sinatra, Buddy DeFranco. Beautiful piece, When Your Lover Has Gone. And then continuing with the role of Teddy Wilson, who became a part of Benny Goodman trio and a quartet which had Lionel Hampton. This is a classic recording from let me see here. Yeah, it was 1933. They recorded with Benny Goodman and Hampton and Teddy Wilson around mid-30s, Mooglow. Beautiful piece. The song was written by Will Hudson, recorded first by Joe Venuti, violin player, and then, of course, Billie Holiday and Benny Goodman, Teddy Wilson. It's just a timeless song. What is interesting, 1955, the film Picnic, Kim Novak, William Holden, romantic film, beautiful romance between William Holden and lovely Kim Novak. There is a memorable scene on the dock when the rhythm of Munglo starts to play. And William Holden is there, and Kim Novak on the steps is coming with the beat with her hands. When he sees her, he flips out. But they do a beautiful, subtle dance to the Munglo rhythm. Yeah, very, very memorable, beautiful scene. Okay, we continue with another song that Teddy Wilson recorded. First little sip, thank you, my Turkish coffee. I'll See You in My Dreams, 1924. Composer, band leader Isham Jones and Gus Kahn. To me, the most heartfelt lyricist. He comes to America as an 8-year-old Jewish boy from Germany. He becomes the main cat for me. You had some other wonderful too, but there was something about him. Check this out, the lyrics from I'll See You in My Dreams. Lips that once were mine, tender eyes that shine. They will light my way tonight. I'll see you in my dreams. this tune also works really well in a slower tempo. It's Teddy Wilson swung it for a change, but in a slow tempo when you sing it, the lyrics come out very meaningful. I would suggest one of the recordings, of course, was done by some famous singers. Doris Day did it in a film, I'll See You in My Dreams, the story of the lyricist Gus Kahn. And one of the memorable recordings for me is the male singer, Tony Martin. His original name was Al Morris. And what is interesting, the late 20s and early 30s, you had a Serbian band leader who had a band on Columbus Avenue, what later became Bimbos. And I have to think of his name, Woody Herman and Tony Martin, whose name was Al Morris. They both played in his band. His name was Tom Gerun. Herb Cain would write a lot about him. He was the main band in San Francisco. They played in that style of the era, Bix Beiderbecke style, but swinging, authentic band. And Tom Gerun or Gerunovic, family from Bosnia-Herzegovina, actually. So San Francisco in the old days, phenomenal. So many places you wouldn't know where to go, that was the thing, it was really something. I'll See You in My Dreams. Now we go to a masterpiece. It was Teddy Wilson's theme song, beautiful melodic composition. It's the little things that mean so much. There are beautiful lyrics to this tune. I'm not sure if Teddy Wilson wrote it. I have to look it up. The ultimate version. Teddy Wilson recorded it as a trio late at first. It recorded it with an orchestra and the lady singing that, beautiful. It was revived in later 50s by Carmen McRae, and Carmen McRae's best singing was in the 50s, early, mid, late, up to maybe early 60s, and something changed. Her beautiful feminine voice, it got changed to a too much bass. It wasn't her. I don't know what happened. But when you hear her sing this with her trio, Ray Bryant on piano, such sensitivity and expression really brings it out. Really wonderful. Next we go. I see. Teddy Wilson, of course, played this with Benny Goodman, Stomping at the Savoy, and written by a great instrumental composer here, Edgar Sampson. He also wrote Benny Goodman's big hit, Don't Be That Way. And he wrote this one, Stomping at the Savoy, and it's dedicated to the Savoy Ballroom in Harlem. I'll tell you about that. One of the best ballrooms in the world. when you have any era, a powerful written composition, it's timeless. Stomping Savoy was recorded by Woody Herman in the 50s. Nice recording. Then Bill Holman, the great arranger for Stan Kenton, did a swinging version of Stomping at the Savoy, early 60s, and I believe one of the best big band drummers ever, Mel Lewis, played. I had the fortune of working with Mel Lewis around 86. I was hired to bring a band in Upper Broadway near Columbia University. There was a traditional jazz club called the West End, and I had Mel Lewis, a great quartet I had, and great big band drummer. So he recorded that with Stan Kenton. Stomping at the Savoy, never out of style. The best small group recording in the 50s, Red Garland Trio, poppin'. Now, I should mention, we're almost middle of the show. I'm not a tech guy. I have to hire somebody to set up the camera, the microphones, and I have to pay for that. And as you can see on the camera, at the side of the piano, there are 3 ways to donate, make tips to keep it going. You can see it right there. PayPal, Venmo, and Zelle. And whatever you can do, big and small, in jazz terms, I appreciate getting some bread so I can keep things going. That's the story. Okay, now back to music. I did a show 2 weeks ago on England and London. Why? Next to United States, no other country contributed tunes like this. If I Had You sounds American, but it's English. These Foolish Things is English. Charlie Parker's Anthem. Cherokees from London. Ray Noble, The Very Thought of You from London. So If I Had You, beautiful song from England. The song If I Had You, wow, 1928, written by English composer Irving King, but the lyrics by Ted Shapiro. He was American, wrote some beautiful lyrics. Oh boy, If I Had You, and it became so catchy that Frank Sinatra had to record it. And I can tell you one of the best versions you'll hear is not recorded. It's my wife, Roseanne Sana Craig. She sings it with such sensitivity and feeling, and one reason for that interpretation. When she was 3 years old, her family had Benny Goodman, Teddy Wilson records. So she was a little kid. She absorbed it, and the feeling came through in the singing. Yep, Sana Craig. Here we go, another sip, and then we continue on. We go now to a great recording. Johnny Green was an MGM staff composer. In 1931, he wrote this tune, Out of Nowhere. The same time, I believe, he wrote his classic Body and Soul, Johnny Green. And this one, Out of Nowhere, Teddy Wilson, the vocalist, either teenage or early 20s, Lena Horne, soulful voice, Lena Horne. Amazing person, I'll tell you about it, Out of Nowhere. out of nowhere. The song, the harmonic structure, like a bunch of other standards, became a fantastic vehicle for bebop. Tad Dameron, on top of those changes, wrote a song called Casbah. The great trumpet player. People don't know. Look up Fats Navarro. He played so fluent. You know, even Dizzy and them were saying he is the complete trumpet player. Phenomenal execution. He wrote a tune on that called Nostalgia. You gotta listen to him. Now here is how courageous Lena Horne was. The times in the 40s, the American military was segregated, and when Harry Truman came, they put it together, all fighting. And during the war, Lena was asked, she was already an MGM star, she was asked to sing for the soldiers. And the rules were, at the time, segregation. Later, thanks God, things got better. So they put her in the room with the German prisoners of war right in front. And the black soldiers were in the back. So she didn't think that was right. What she did, she took a chance. She went past the German soldiers, put her back to them, and sang to the black American soldiers. That was quite something, you know, what she did, Lena Horne. And then the more movies she made and appearances singing, she was one of the biggest stars, period. Let me see. A couple more tunes. Next one, as I mentioned, Nat King Cole appeared around 1938, and of course he was influenced by the great pianists before him, Fats Waller, Earl Father Hines, Teddy Wilson, and Nat King Cole formed his own piano style. And he never sang, so he was playing in a bar, and a drunk kept after him, put $5, sing Sweet Lorraine. He said, I don't sing, I've never sung before. He kept refusing. The owner said, please the customer, sing. That's the first time that he sang Sweet Lorraine. And the rest is history. Here we go, Sweet Lorraine. interesting question. Who sings in the Bay Area this song, the best interpretation? A good friend, Steve Sidham. Steve Sidham has been all his life in the wine business, winemaker, producing, promoting wine, but he was a singer since he was a kid in high school, and I had a great pleasure of recording a live CD, live at the Plush Room with Steve Sidham. Great band. A great gentleman, Alan Smith, trumpet player who passed away, played with Duke Ellington, with Benny Goodman, Gil Evans, and alongside was Noel Jukes, still around in his 80s, playing really well. On the bass, Belgrade bassist Buca Nečak, and Omar Clay on drums, no longer with us, wonderful. Speaking of Buca Nečak, I have to mention on my website, if you like to join, please join. On May 3rd, there is a wonderful Center for the Arts in Calistoga, newly built, Brannan Center. The one and only Jackie Ryan, beautiful vocalist, will be there. Noel Jukes, Buca Nečak, myself, and the drummer from Sacramento, Jeff Miniweather. May the 3rd, go to Brannan's and get tickets before it's sold out. Sweet Lorraine. And one more, a famous hit from the swing era, George Gershwin, Lady Be Good, from 1924. Benny Goodman, Lionel Hampton, so many people recorded it. Lady Be Good. Lady Be Good, it came from a Broadway show, and it got so popular, recorded, of course, by the great Belgian gypsy guitarist Django, Red Norvo, Count Basie, Lester Young, and Charlie Parker at the big Norman Granz Jazz at the Philharmonic. And I'll just do a quick version based on this tune. On my Blue Balkan album, I had a suite of 3 selections dedicated to my wife Sana that I mentioned. First was strutting, second part was dancing, and last part was bebopping. So I wrote a bebop theme on the changes of Lady Good. Let's see if I remember it. Thank you for joining me. Next week, I think it'll be a total surprise program. Whatever comes on top of the head, so many selections. And you can look at the side. The piano, as I mentioned, I'm not a tech guy. I have to hire people to set up all the equipment. Whatever tip you can leave, the bread helps. Thank you, and see you next week.